It's Johnny Venezia with RotoWire. We're talking 5 bets you need against the spread in Week 9. First up, let's going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. Keep that gravy train rolling. They are -3 on the road at Pittsburgh this week. Listen, man, this Indy team has proved a lot of people, including myself, wrong this year. I'm still kind of waiting on the other shoe to drop, but right now it's undeniable that their formula and their identity is down pat, running the ball into oblivion with Jonathan Taylor, who is a healthy Offensive Player of the Year candidate, and honestly garnering some rightful MVP consideration as well. Daniel Jones is playing the best football of his career, playing efficient, turnover-free, and doing enough in order to keep being a captain of the ship. The defense has been playing pretty solid as well. They're going into seeing a Pittsburgh Steelers team that, quite frankly, I really wasn't that high on. I didn't believe Pittsburgh was going to be this team of old. I think they benefited off of a softer schedule, and I just don't know if this team has enough teeth. Outside of DK Metcalf, I get worried about the consistent threats in the pass game. Aaron Rodgers has been good here and there, but not consistent enough. The run game isn't consistent enough. And the defense, the steel curtain is not what we've known from their past teams. It's very beatable. And I think Indianapolis, with their formula where they've shown they can go anywhere and not only hang with any team, but beat any team, road, home, doesn't matter. I think this is a good spot for the Colts to stay rolling here. I'm just not sure if anybody's going to be able to stop Jonathan Taylor and what he's currently doing. And ultimately, are the Pittsburgh Steelers going to be able to take advantage of the big plays that they need to? I'm guessing they won't. I like Indy staying with 3 here. Could ultimately see a 3 and a hook before kickoff on Sunday morning. But let's lock in that key number of 3. Next up, let's go with Seattle. Fresh off the bye, Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a very good matchup. And they're going against the Washington Commanders, flying west to east. Typically very difficult. It's tough for teams to do, but this is not a 1 o'clock start. It's a 8:20 start. So you got some time adjustment there. I like Seattle off the bye. I think sure Jaden Daniels probably comes back this week. Not sure yet. The Commanders looked lost without him on Monday against Kansas City. Played tough in the first half, but then completely fell apart. Seattle has right now the hottest receiver in football in Jackson Smith and Jigba. They have a pretty good running duo with Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker. Sam Darnold's playing good. And their defense is finally starting to ramp it up and look like what we expected coming into this year. Seattle is a team that outside of a couple of games where they just didn't look like they were playing complete football, whether they win or they lost, I think they're starting to get into it now. I like this team coming off the bye. Washington has talent. It's not in question, but the defense is not what we saw last year. There hasn't been a lot of continuity on the offensive side. The Commanders don't really have a lot of these signature wins to this point in the year. And I think the way Seattle's rolling, this is a good spot, even west to east, road team coming in, winning and covering at the Washington Commanders. I'm going with Seattle. And you know, the teaser for the props, I'm going right back to my guy, JSN. Keep feeding the well over on catches. Can't wait to see what that comes out. Probably going to see another 6.5. Could see some 7.5s pop up. We shall see later in the week. The Detroit Lions at home, 8.5 point favorites against the Minnesota Vikings off of that mini bye after the Carson Wentz fiasco at the Chargers. He's done for the year. Should be J.J. McCarthy coming back here, but quite frankly, it doesn't matter, man. I mean, McCarthy's put together 3 or 4 good quarters of football this year. That's really it. And I think Detroit right now is a well-oiled machine. They're firing on all cylinders. Coming off a bye, this is a team that does really well off a bye in the Dan Campbell era. Minnesota's defense was great last year. Outside of that one dominant performance against Cincinnati, starting Jake Browning earlier in the year, they haven't shown a shred of what they were a season ago. And not only that, they don't have the offense to match. I mean, yeah, you got Jettas, my opinion, the best receiver in football. You got Jordan Addison, you got T.J. Hawkinson, you have Jordan Mason, you have Aaron Jones at returns. but the quarterback situation is a huge problem. I understand it's a divisional matchup. It's a big number, but Detroit at home, with how good they're playing, they're rested. They should be getting some key guys back, especially in the secondary. They are bullying teams. I think Detroit can win and win big in this matchup. I feel like Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra, Sam Laporta, J-Mo, Jared Goff should be able to eat. And I think this defense can force J.J. McCarthy, whoever the quarterback is, and this Minnesota offense into making some mistakes. Perhaps there's a backdoor open here for the Vikings, but I'm going to keep rolling with Detroit. This team is starting to really look like that NFC Championship contender that we saw last year. So let's roll with the Lions once more. If you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because right now RotoWire is going to give you 15% off of any product on RotoWire.com. This includes our fantasy football rankings updated weekly, our monster tool for fantasy, DFS, and betting. This is really where the winners are coming to play here. This is where they're studying up all the books, all the prices, all the lines, everywhere on one single screen. That's why it's always important to shop around. And of course, you're getting access to our experts for those very difficult Sunday morning start sit decisions. Use code YouTube15 at checkout. Keep it rolling here. A little bit of a trend this week. Don't know if I love it, but this is what my numbers are gravitating towards. It's going to be Green Bay at home, laying 12.5 against Carolina Panthers. This is a large number. But what we saw last week after Carolina got the break speed off of them by the Buffalo Bills, starting Andy Dalton. I don't know if Andy Dalton's going to be starting this week. It looks like Bryce Young is making trends towards coming back, and I think they're going to be pushing him. But Carolina is also not the same team that I think a lot of us are envisioning with some of these big wins. It's also a team that really has struggled on the road. I mean, they lost handedly at Jacksonville week 1. They lost at Arizona. They were getting blown out, and the Cardinals took their foot off the gas. That could have easily been a 3-touchdown deficit. They got blown out at New England. They ended up going into and beating the Jets a few weeks ago, but I mean, they're the Jets. So going to Green Bay here, where their pass rush is really aggressive. Their secondary still is a cause for concern, in my opinion. I'm not saying this Green Bay defense front to back is elite right now, but they can definitely get after the passer. They're looking good up front, and I think that can cause a lot of problems and stymie the run game, which has been what's working behind Rico Dowdle for this Carolina team. Ted McMillan is a dog. This guy can definitely wreak havoc, but will Bryce Young be able to consistently get him the ball to make a play? I don't know. And on the other side, Carolina defense is probably not as good as some of their metrics may have suggested after some of these big wins containing some star players. But I think Green Bay with Jordan Love and the way he's clicking right now, Josh Jacobs, you get Christian Watson back. Tucker Kraft was a madman against Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football. It is large, but at home in the colder weather in Green Bay, I think the Packers laying 12.5 is a fair play here. So I'm going to be looking at going with the Cheeseheads as the pick number 4. And to wrap it all up, let's go back to Monday Night Football, the conclusion of this week. Dallas Cowboys at home against the Arizona Cardinals coming off a bye. Not 100% sure it's Kyler Murray this week. Could be Jacoby Brissett. Not sure yet. But honestly, I think it's more of an advantage Jacoby Brissett's playing. The Arizona Cardinals have not really been a team that I've been super impressed with Kyler Murray. Jacoby Brissett's been playing pretty good football. So let's give this guy his flowers here. But Dallas just got spanked at Denver. It's not surprised because Dallas has struggled on the road this year, but at home, it's been a different story. Their offense can definitely score, and I think they're looking to get right after that. And I know Zona's coming off the bye, and a lot of times you like these teams coming off the bye. But if it is indeed Kyler Murray, I like Dallas to get right here. I think Jacoby Brissett can make this an even closer game if he's the one that ends up going. But ultimately, I think Dallas is going to win outright. It's a 3-point spread in some books, 2.5 on the other. But regardless, I think the Cowboys are going to get right in this spot. I think CeeDee Lamb's going to have a good game. I think Jake Ferguson's going to have a bounce back off his goose. Javonte Williams is going to be doing his thing running. George Pickens is going to be making big plays. And I think Dallas's defense is going to be able to do enough to slow down an Arizona offense that has some playmakers on the field for them. So give me the Cowboys here to wrap up the Week 9 Pick 5.